What yet, ladies and gentlemen, like Ghost here, and today we're going to be talking about tips and tricks for Genesis Part 2. Now I'm going to start out with giving you a few tips on the new tech suit. There's a lot of cool things you can do with this. Then I'm going to move on to talking about good base locations, and then finally we're going to talk about some amazing tames that you can get for Genesis Part 2. Alright, first up I'm going to talk about three of my favorite things about the tech suit. Alright, first up, one of the most useful things that I find with the tech suit is when you get overburdened. Like you see, I can't jump, I can't move, anything. But with the tech suit, if you hit the boost, you can actually move, which makes it absolutely incredible for gathering up resources. Now, I'm unable to jump, so I can't fly right now. But if I just walk off the cliff and then engage the jetpack, we can fly as well. So basically with the suit, even if you're incredibly over encumbered, you can still move your resources back to your base, no problem. Now next up, real quickly, I want to talk about the helmet visor. Whenever you're taming creatures or trying to find a specific creature, this really comes in handy because it highlights the creature for you. Another good thing is it highlights fish underwater and other creatures that are underwater. Really good for finding fish. One last tip about the tech suit, you guys probably already know that you can go super fast with the boost, but it doesn't allow you to go up or down. You can't angle it. But while you're using the boost, if you hold on the jump button, you'll actually slowly go up. If you tap it, you'll boost yourself up while going super fast. And then if you just cut the jetpack altogether, you'll still be going super fast, but you'll be going down super fast as well. Now, just before we move on, make sure you're using your tech suit to go after these loot drops. You can get some really useful stuff inside of the drops. Now let's move on to the base building tips. Even in the easy areas of Genesis Part 2, I'm finding that there is quite a few hostile creatures that you have to deal with. So one very good tip is to build up on top of a cliff. I find that these are really good places to build because they have large flat areas on top. And they're well out of harm's way. There's nothing that's going to come up here and get you. Unless you're in an area where there's flyers. If there's ardents or something around the area, then you might have a bit of trouble. But for the most part, they keep you out of harm's way really, really well. And in this expansion, you can fly right from the beginning with your tech suit. So there's absolutely no reason why you can't just pop up to the top of one of these pillars and make yourself a nice little base. Now, in addition to that, like I was saying, you can fly in this expansion right from the beginning. So be smart about it. Fly up and have a look around right from the very beginning. As soon as you spawn in, you should just take off and fly around the map and find yourself a good location. But also fly around and find one that has some good resources around it. Like this particular location where I am right now. This cliff has several metal nodes and it has crystal that spawn here as well. Plus a whole bunch of useful basic materials that spawn all around it. Now, the last thing that I want to say about base building locations is I really like to find a spot that's next to something that's unique and difficult to find on other places of the map. So for me in this playthrough, I absolutely love the shadow mains, and there are shadow mains that spawn all around this area. Let me know down in the comments, guys, if you want me to do a video on base locations specifically. There are so many absolutely amazing base locations in Genesis Part 2. So if you guys want me to do a video specifically about base locations and all the cool locations that there are on this map, just let me know down in the comments and I'll get that done for you guys. Alright, let's talk about some really amazing tames that you can get in Genesis Part 2. First up, we've got the Maywing. As you can see, it can glide. It's pretty fast at getting around the map. It even slides around. Really cool. Cool on water. It actually does that slide on land as well. And it's just a whole lot of fun. Like it's a really fun tame to have. And then besides that, it can actually take care of your baby dinos. You can put the baby dinos in the saddle. And as you can see here, you can enable nursing for the baby, and it'll take care of your baby dinos for you. It's also a very easy tame to get. You just need a net launcher or a bear trap to trap it in, and it's a knockout tame, and you knock them out really quickly. It's very easy to knock out, so it's a really easy tame to get. And we have the shadow mains. These guys are my new favorite tame. They are one of the most difficult creatures that I have ever tamed in Ark, but they are well worth it. They are well worth the frustration. There are plenty of guides out there showing you how to tame these guys, but just be ready, they are very difficult tames. Show off the abilities of these guys. They leap really far. They're great in combat. They actually have a stealth ability. They do good damage. They're really tough. And they're even really good swimmers. Like, look at this. They move so fast in the water. Incredibly, incredibly fast in the water. Now, the very last thing that I want to talk about is HLNA. Same as Genesis Part 1. You can actually buy things off of her. So she sells a lot of really useful stuff for hexagrams. And you get hexagrams from playing little mini games that are located around the map. But one thing that I want to talk about specifically is the cryopods. They are incredibly useful to have, and they're very easy to get because they're only 500 hexagons, and you can get those very easily. Every so often, you can just say hello
Ready when you are.
to HLNA, and she'll give you 300 hexagons. And then you can use those cryopods when you get a tame. Like, say if you have a fresh tame that you need to relocate back to your base, you can just put the tame in the cryopod, bring it back to your base. It makes it incredibly easy to transport tames around. So that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any tips of your own, feel free to put them down in the comments. And as always, stay where you're at, and I'll come where you're to. See you in the next one.